interestingly enough, I'm starting over. Okay, no, seriously. Restarting a lot of things. Not necessarily restarting my business. House and home goods is still okay. Designing is still okay. And I still do want your business by letting me in your business to make it look and feel like the branding it is. However, I need more inspiration. I need to be able to genuinely create, outside of all of the other things I do. I needed to learn something new. I need to learn something new. So here I am, starting over. Hey, I'm Erin Sedelia, and I am a creative director of people's lives. A lot of people know me for singing. A lot of people know me for being an art gallerist. I have owned an art gallery before. A lot of people know me as partner to an amazing artist. Let me see. A daughter, a sister, a TT, a ratchet auntie previously. Still a little ratchet, still an auntie. My nephews are getting older every day, and my niece is well on her way being a doctor. So as for me, you also may know me as a interior designer of house and home goods. But what you may not know me is as a fine artist, which I am not. I do not paint. I do not genuinely, I do not do those things. I love seeing those things, but as for me, it is not my calling, okay? What I have been known to do is some amazing line drawings, and I have helped a lot of people complete their projects. I am also, a part-time comedian, so catch me dropping those jokes on your local IG pages, or maybe even in Reddit, because that's where freedom lies, and the Dark Kenny thread. It's where that lies too. We're on to you. Other than that, as I was saying previously, I am starting over creatively on just figuring out what it is that I want to do, not necessarily need to do. I love helping clients beautify spaces. I love helping people who they not even my client beautify their space. You can probably see me if I'm ever in a store and you see me fixing a store fixture or display. Just know it is my previous background in merchandise marketing, and I do not like seeing stuff look crazy on a rack. That is 0 out of 10 stars, okay? Also, you may know me for being a flying, dressing ass But what you may not know about me, even though you might want to learn about me, is that I love a good tattoo. My arms have my designs. There's not any tattoo on my arms that don't mean something to me. I, however, have allowed artist friends of mine to do these for me and to do their own work on me, which is also awesome. But what I always wanted to do was learn how to tattoo. So that's step one. Step one today I am starting over and trying something new, and I'm going to practice it because I have the tools, and I've had the tools since like 2018. Do not get mad at me. I know at all of my artist friends who have been like, you've been saying you was going to do it. You said you was going to do it. And I was like, eh. And so I did everything else around it. I also, fun fact, have pierced my own nose. I also have gauged my own ears. So it's kind of a thing for me to like run from body modification while also indulging in body modification. But I did not want to do like portraits and things that required, real skill. I.e. my partner. He would be really good at this. We were actually supposed to start learning together, but he's on a different mission right now. And so in my free time, this is what I'm planning on doing. And step 1 was make some designs. So that's what I did. I made some designs. I got a printer. Okay, I got my little printer. I got some fake skins. I got some stencil paper. And I made my own stencils. Whoop! I made my own stencils. So today, I am going to practice tattooing my stencils for the first time. I've got all of the equipment I need, and I want to be comfortable. So I'm just doing it in my room right now, just trying to gain some whimsy, some wonder. Okay, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing it while nobody is here, so I don't feel judged, and that's kind of the way that I like to learn. However, I'm bringing you along with me as an accountability partner, not because I need y'all to see it, because I really don't like showing my beginning steps, and this is really day 1. This is step 1. Now, I printed out things on this printer before, and I've like made a stencil just of an object just to make sure that I could print out, and I learned how to do that mostly with help from TikTok. I see you. And so, this is just like, before I'm 40, I want to do all the things that I've ever wanted to do. Except have children, because I'm not sure that I'm a parent of a child yet. So let's work with creativity. Let's work with something that I already have the tools, for. And let's start tattooing right now. Okay? Right now. You're watching, you're with me. Follow along or not, I don't really care. This is for me. Finally. For me, not for y'all, but for me. So, I'm excited. Come along with me. It's going to be great. Applause for myself. 1 second applause. Thanks, Justin Hunt. I feel like, the hip hop gods and everybody who ever did a bad tattoo, that I wanted to correct is gonna, all of the energy of the spirit is gonna flow through me, and I'm gonna tattoo like nobody's watching. So, okay, that's enough. Watch along. Okay. Thank you for coming in on my journey. Okay, thank you. This is where I am with it right now. Right now starts a whole new journey, and I want to talk to you about why I want to tattoo at all. And we can literally start with, I used to draw on myself as a child all the time. Okay, as soon as my mother told me that you could get ink poisoning, it'll stay forever if you keep doing that, I was like, now we're talking. It'll stay forever. I'm into that. So from a young kid learning how to draw on her arms during class when I wasn't paying attention with the Sharpie, to drawing on my friend's arms during class with a Sharpie or an ink pen, that good like black dark ink, those Bics, used to do those all the time, to now where I have created and came up with some really, really cool tattoos that I have. Now, I want y'all to know that I've always wanted to do this, and I said I was gonna start. I said I was gonna teach myself, and then I would put myself out there to possibly get an apprenticeship. That is not the goal of this. The goal of it is to genuinely do something, stick to it, learn a new art form, a new medium, and to get better, because everybody, I think, has some tattoos that they don't like, and I'm not in the business of trying to cover it up. I just want to create those things that I do like, and that starts by just every day. My whole new mantra is create something beautiful every day. And so this is my start to learning to create something beautiful. So we starting today. I made some flashes and I want to show y'all what they are. I'll get into my tattoos another day, as to their meanings and stuff like that. I don't know. As you know, again, this really isn't about like letting y'all know who I am as much as it is like me wanting to create something to just show who I am, by doing. Because I'm all about doing and not really about talking unless I'm doing. So this is a for real before I do so that I do. Because if I don't do, then this video just goes in the hole of videos that I've made that I never put out. And we not doing that today. Okay, what we doing today is we learning how to tattoo right now. So let's get into it. Okay, so already, let's talk first mistakes. Mistakes aren't a bad thing. They're just there to show you what's happening. So the first mistake that I made was printing all of these numbers and symbols and things the correct orientation and direction, when actually when it's on the body, it needs to be the opposite way. So now I'm going to reverse all of my stencils that read away and then flip it so that the stencils themselves can be the correct way when I like lay down the stencil, so that they can read left to right instead of reading backwards. So about to fix that now, and I'll be back. Here's how the stencil is. So let's put it down. It's time to try. We get one, we get them all. Okay, so we stuck it down. I believe it's down everywhere it needs to be. I'm trying not to smudge anything. And then I was told to use like an X-Acto knife to lift, but to be honest, your girl got some nails, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see if my nails actually help lift this. And now's the time. Now's the time. In my Irene Ishii voice, to crack open a liner. And so, whew, we're gonna see. Because supposedly, this is exactly what I need. Supposedly, this is exactly what I need. I'm going to tape this because this is not, it's not as sturdy as I need it to be. I don't think it was really meant to go over this battery pack, but every time I saw them putting them together, it was telling me to cover everything with the plastic wrap. So I am going to tape this around, just so that sits a little better, and then we'll work on which setting feels the best for me to do this outline. So yeah, here's where we are right now. And yeah, let's start. Jesus Christ. Let me stop to say, all of this has been stressing me out just because I first didn't do the orientation of the tattoo stencil the right way. I done already drank up all of my kombucha from Aldi, so I'm gonna need to get some of that tomorrow. But as for right now, prayers up, y'all. I'm about to lay my first line. I'm about to dip and lay my first line. Lord have mercy. Help me, baby Jesus. Please save us. All right. Back to the tattoo work. Okay, so doing some check-ins. So I've laid a few stencils. A lot of them are smudged or lightly erased. I did learn that, one, you're supposed to wipe off the excess of the tattoo stencil gel. Also, it helps to use a paper towel in between my hand and pressing down the stencil, so it's kind of like even pressure, and then to let it sit. It's supposed to sit for like 24 hours, or you can use a hair dryer like I did. Okay, so I'm back with an update. I do have a few stencils down. I was told to do as many as possible to let it all dry before I actually get to tattooing. Some things that I did learn was to do a thin layer of the tattoo stencil gel, or to use speed stick, which is actually the best for skins. And in order to get like an even stencil is to kind of use pressure, using a paper towel like in between my hand and putting down the stencil so that it has like an even thing and it's not like extra. But you know, we live and we learn. We're working it out as we go. It was supposed to be like sitting for 24 hours, or using a using a hair dryer, which I have, to blow dry it to get it to stick. And now I'm about to put some thin layer of Vaseline on my first one, and we'll kind of go from there. I think I'm gonna start with the wave because it's like one of my favorite drawings, and it's a single line, so it'll kind of help me with my line work. Either that, or I could start with like the stars on the corner. That may be easy also. Again, I am just learning, and I might do one a day. I don't know. But as for right now, you know what, I'll probably start with the stars for tonight, since it's in the corner and I'll be using my entire hand right there. So I'll probably start with the stars. But yeah, thin layer of Vaseline on top of that, and then we get to tattooing. Let's see how it works. You know what I mean? I got a lot of carbon on my gloves because I've done a lot of wiping. It's taken me a few times to get everything like situated, and there are some that is like it's not totally on there right, so I'm probably gonna redo the stencil. But for now, again, one day at a time. We're learning. This is my first time like sticking down a tattoo stencil on some fake skin, so you know, took a couple times to get it straight, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. So let's start with some stars and see how that goes. I'm excited. Okay, so we are starting at 6.5. Hold on. No, we do need to start with a bit of Vaseline. Vaseline Jones. So we're gonna start with a bit of that. Put a little bit on my pinky. And as they said, use the hair dryer. Your shit should not smudge, and it did not. So I take it to believe it's fully dry. Now let's go. Okay, 6.5. I'll dip into the cup. I was told not to use, do not use my wrist, but use my entire hand, my entire arm. So we're gonna try that first. And now we dab. We dip. Hey y'all. Almost there. We're gonna use it up. We are gonna use a bit of this. And if you see, those are my tattooed lines. Got a couple that are, you know, a little broken up, but for the most part, and I can take my time to do a little bit better. But for my first set of stars, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's fire. Might be onto something, y'all. Okay, update. So I have done my first tattoos. My little stars. Done those. Gotta clean up some lines. But I want to try something a little bit harder, so I think I'm gonna do the Love Me anyways, or I might start working on this wave. Y'all let me know in the comments. This is cool. I am gonna have to redo this stencil over here, so I might be able to do the outline over here, but I know I did smudge with my hand, which I knew was a possibility because it'd be like that. But yeah, I think I want to try some harder lines, so I'm gonna start the Love Me anyway and see if I can learn how to get that right. And yeah, we're just trying, and I'm glad I tried. I was scared for a long ass time, but I'm glad I tried. So let's go. Okay, so part 2, I've already started doing like some light shading and learning how to like whip it, but of course I gotta get cleaner. That's just with like single like brush strokes or whatever, like, but I'm gonna learn how to pack in color later. I'm just trying some shit out right now. That's where we are, trying some stuff out. So yeah, on to this. the stars and the love me anyway. I'll wipe that off in a sec and get to this guy for now. Let's do this. I think I can do this. Now. And I don't care if it's messy at first. That's okay. I'm okay with messy as long as messiness is progression. We're gonna try it. Girl's gonna get down on her knees on this one. So, all right. Okay. In conclusion, first day of doing tattoos. First day of tattooing. First day of like feeling the vibration of the machine in my hand. First time of like seeing how well I could do a line. Whoa, that sounds crazy. Pause. Okay, first time seeing how straight I can make a line with a vibrating pencil in my hand, basically. So I did 4. Basically, I laid out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stencils and only did 4 of the 7. And technically, it's really like, it's my first time ever doing anything like this, and so I want to show y'all what I created. So this one, my stars, which came out pretty decent. My single line drawing of a wave down here, it's very faint. I need to learn how to go deeper with my pressure so that I don't have to make so many lines. And so you see the difference, like it's not a clean pass through. It's like some are darker than the others. Like that first pass was cool, but then had to go over it again and kind of forgot to do that same thing here, like to go over here. But I won't have to do that if I slow down. Also, slow down. Not necessarily slow down the machine. I can try moving the machine up a little higher, but also it's important to dab away the excess ink so that you can see your stencil line, because once it gets going, it's very hard to see. So this one at the top, for instance, like when I was doing the O, it was just so filled with ink that I couldn't find my original inside line. So I didn't go back, and I kind of just did like a light whip shading on it, which came out decent, but definitely like this one, I needed to go over again because I did the outside line, but I needed to do this line and I missed this little corner the second time around. But you can see the ones that I went back and like darkened up, which is my Y's, they came out pretty decent. Of course, they can be packed in more, and I'll learn how to do that better later. But so far, that's good. And then this one, which is like a shadow of the actual 1111 numbers, it came out very light. I did not dig in deep at all, and I know I need to in order to get the color under the pigment, or I need to be able to get the pigment under the skin layer, in between the dermis and the epidermis. So I'm learning. I'll come back and redo these stencils because although they're faint, it's not good enough. Not enough. It was not enough, and I needed to be able to see those in particular a little better. But yeah, that's where we are right now. Not too bad for my first attempts. And we'll try again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the journey. Bye.